We'd like to invite you to watch English news on the Central Television Channel of Đồng Nai Province. On November the 7th, the 8th Greater Mekong Sub-Region GMS Summit opened at the Hiking Convention Center, Kunming City, Yunnan Province, China. At the conference, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính pointed out the direction of GMS in the new development period. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính emphasized that in its movement and development, the GMS must continuously innovate and create, both to grasp the general trend of the world and to serve the specific development needs of the sub-region. With that mindset, the Prime Minister said that it is time for the GMS to focus on developing new generation economic corridors, with innovation at the center, beyond the limits of traditional economic corridors. On that basis, the Prime Minister proposed three main contents of the new generation economic corridor. First, the corridor of technology and innovation, aiming at connecting multiple subjects, multiple sectors, and multiple stages. Second, the corridor of economic growth, both to renew traditional growth drivers and to promote new growth drivers. Third, a green, sustainable, and inclusive corridor, ensuring harmony between economic growth and environmental protection, with people at the center, as the subject, as the driving force, as the resource, and as the goal of development. The conference ended successfully with the GMS members unanimously adopting the choice statement and the innovation strategy for GMS development to 2030. On November the 7th, the Federal Department of Taxation, Ministry of Finance, announced that the total state purchase revenue in October 2024 managed by tax authorities is estimated at 158,800 billion Vietnam dong, equal to 98.9% compared to the same period in 2023. The total accumulated state purchase revenue in the first 10 months of 2024 managed by the tax authority is estimated at over 1,408 billion Vietnam dong, equal to 95% of the ordinance estimate. According to the Federal Department of Taxation, in order to continue to support people and businesses and accelerate economic recovery in 2024, the tax authority continues to effectively implement tax exemption, reduction, and extension policies for businesses and people with a total amount of tax and land rent exempted, reduced, and extended in the first 10 months of 2024, estimated at 134 trillion Vietnam dong. The Federal Department of Taxation also focuses on implementing tax management functions. Accordingly, in 10 months, the tax authority has conducted 52,145 tax inspections and audits, examining 409,625 records. The total amount of money recommended for handling through inspections and audits is over 51 trillion Vietnam dong. On November 7th, at Kinh Bạc Cultural Center, Bắc Ninh Province, the Trade Promotion Agency, in coordination with the Department of Industry and Trade of Bắc Ninh Province, organized a conference to connect trade between suppliers in the Red River Delta region with export enterprises and trade promotion organizations. Đồng Nai sent a delegation to attend the conference. The conference aims to promote comprehensive cooperation between suppliers in the Red River Delta in the fields of trade, industry, and agriculture, promote the role and strengths of each locality as well as strengthen the regional connectivity. At the conference, delegates exchanged and shared experiences on production, processing, preservation, and consumption processes, solutions to promote promotion activities, connect product consumption in domestic and export markets, solutions to transparently and digitally source products, create sustainable trust with consumers, solutions towards the goal of green production and consumption. On the side of Đồng Nai province, there were 10 enterprises participating in the conference. Most of the products displayed by Đồng Nai province received special attention from other provinces, promising long-term cooperation in the future. The West should accept that Russia is winning the conflict in Ukraine, Russian Security Council Secretary Sergei Shoigu said on November 7th. According to Mr. Shoigu, the West should also negotiate to end the conflict. Mr. Shoigu served as defense minister from 2012 to 2024 before taking up the post of Secretary of Russia's Security Council in May this year. Speaking yesterday, he said the West had tried to use Ukraine to inflict a strategic defeat on Russia, but that plan had failed. Now, when the situation on the ground is not in Kiev's favor, the West faces a choice: to continue funding Ukraine and destroying the Ukrainian people, or to acknowledge reality and start negotiations, he added. At a meeting of security officials from the Commonwealth of Independent States in Moscow, Mr. Shoigu also said Russia viewed Ukraine's leadership as terrorists controlled by outside forces. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol on November 7th had a phone call with Donald Trump, the winner of the U.S. presidential election on November 5th. During the call, the two sides discussed bilateral security and economic relations. The phone call between Mr. Yoon and Mr. Trump lasted 12 minutes. Speaking to reporters after the call, Mr. Yoon said, "We discussed solidarity and strong partnership in the Asia-Pacific region and globally, based on the U.S.-ROK alliance." The two leaders also expressed concerns about North Korea's troop deployment to Russia, as well as Pyongyang's ballistic missile program. During the phone call, Mr. Yoon also said that the success of the trilateral cooperation between South Korea, Japan, and the United States was partly due to the foundation laid by Mr. Trump's first term as president. You've just watched English news on the Essential Television channel of Đồng Nai Province. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.